Hi, my name is Nikki Lutin, and I'm coming to you today from My Therapy NYC to share with you 3 tips to better manage your anger. We've all experienced anger before, and we know that it can take on various states, whether it's a passing feeling of annoyance or a full-on rage. Anger can be a healthy emotion if it's appropriately identified and managed so that it does not negatively impact your daily functioning. So today I'm going to share with you 3 tips to better manage your anger. And the first tip is to practice relaxation techniques. Anger can spike our heart rate, our blood pressure, and our energy. So using deep breathing and relaxing imagery can decrease these emotions, especially in the heat of the moment. One client I had felt a full-on rage whenever his father would disappoint him by not showing up to significant events that client had planned. The client learned to identify when this rage was building, and he was able to manage it by closing his eyes and taking 10 deep breaths. He breathed in through his nose, filled his lungs, and breathed out slowly through his mouth. And while he was doing this, he repeated the words, "I am calm," to himself. And sometimes this client also used relaxing imagery, which means he would go to what he called his happy place. He would think of a place where he felt very calm and in control of his emotions. He would think about what it would look like, what would it feel like, what would it smell like, and he found that this was a really good way to decrease his anger. The second tip I'm going to tell you about today is implementing cognitive restructuring or changing the way you think. An angry person often responds to a trigger with exaggerated language such as cursing or overgeneralizing. It's important to identify that responding with such anger is not going to fix your problem. For example, if an angry man is having a bad day, he may think to himself, "This is the worst thing ever, nothing ever goes my way, everything is ruined, I may as well not even go to work today." Instead of using these irrational and exaggerated thoughts, it would be helpful if he could change them to be more rational. So for example, he may think, "This is a really annoying thing that happened to me. It's okay that I feel angry. But I still have the whole day in front of me. It's not really the end of the world. I can go on to work and my day will be okay." This takes a lot of practice, but changing our irrational thoughts to become more rational is a very helpful way to decrease our anger. My third tip today is to improve your communication. Trying to get your point across when you're angry never comes out right. A client I had learned that when he was arguing with his sister, he often jumped to conclusions and defended himself instead of really listening to what his sister had to say. This client learned to slow down the argument by stopping himself from responding impulsively and really thinking through his responses. He found that he was able to express himself more clearly once he allowed himself time to actually think through his response before responding to her. Again, this is something that takes a lot of practice, but once he learned to slow down the argument and communicate better, he realized that his anger subsided and he was able to actually have a productive conversation with his sister. There are many coping skills that help manage anger. And if these 3 work for you, relaxation techniques, cognitive restructuring, and improving your communication, that's fabulous. But there's also a lot of other things that work for other people. I would love to hear what tools you guys use to manage your anger in the heat of the moment. Please feel free to share your comments and your thoughts and other tips that we could all use to better manage our anger. Thank you so much.